Yes, we are live and welcome to the Barrel Buddies. I'm James.
And I'm BJ. Welcome back to your weekly booze news and reviews. We're back.
Back in the saddle.
Back in the compound.
Back in the compound. Back at it.
And back in your screens, whether that's your TV screen, your handheld screen, your tablet screen, your Ray-Ban screens, whatever screens were streaming screens to you, we're here.
So you were on vacation. You had a little vacay last week. Do you
the week before?
Oh, the
and
week
I did
before.
the show without you last week, which was
correct.
Fun. That was. I mean, thank you all for tuning in, and thank you all for watching. Who watched? We did a little agave spirit, a little tequila, some tequila from the Jalisco region. That was fun. The vacation was fun. I'm glad to be back, and that's that.
All right. Well,
how was your adventure last week?
Yeah, everything was good. No news to report. It's pretty quiet on my front here, so I don't really have
good news.
Except we did receive a package in the mail from the
so
YouTube here, from the YouTube gods.
Excited.
And do you want to read what that letter is, or do you just want to open the box?
No, I just want to show the box for a minute. Look at this.
They sent us some creator swag.
Proof that we're making it. Proof that we're making it. It says high five partner, and then now I actually see what it is on the side of the box too.
Yeah,
I'm so excited. We haven't gotten our plaque yet, but I feel like
the plaque is ways away.
This is the step.
This is the poor man's plaque. If you really want
this is the hey guys, you're doing it. We're gonna continue to get you going there.
This is our participation award,
and I'm really excited about it. And now I will read it as we show it. Hi partner, congratulations. You're now the owner of a limited edition YouTube Neon.
Oh, there it is.
A huge thank you from your friends at YouTube for brightening the world with creativity, energy, and drive. You're very special to us, and we'd love to see your new sign in action. Please make sure to tag us at YouTube, #YouTube High Five. YouTube High Five. I don't know why I can say that. I'm just so excited. So we can check it out, the partner program. So please make sure that if you watch this or if you share this out tonight, give us a little hashtag. The hashtag
what was the hashtag? I'll put it in the chat.
Put this in the chat. Leave it in the comments below. It's YouTube High Five. And we're going to show it to you. And I think I'm even going to take the time to set this up really quick and plug it in. This is so freaking cool. We got a neon sign, the YouTube neon sign. How many creators do I see that I watch on YouTube every week that has this sign displayed? And I'll tell you right now, I can't think of one single one.
I don't know. I haven't seen any. I mean, I think they're like, listen, we're going to give an olive branch to the nobodies.
Is that what it is?
I'm just joking. You got it here?
I'm having some
difficulty.
I'll get
there. You go. There we go.
Ta-da!
All right.
Hold on.
And then it's
got
an adapter.
Can you do the honors of getting that plugged in?
Sure. So it's got this little device on here, and we just
seems like a cool paper. I'm gonna wanna read.
It just plugs in here.
Just plugs in.
Yeah.
Lights, camera, glow.
All right. Well, there you have it. I just put it right front and center now.
Hey, Ma, look.
Yeah.
All right, hang on. I'm very excited.
Pardon us while we have all of our excitement here. All right, I don't know. Here's the cable all unfurled if you'd like to.
Thank you.
I mean, obviously there's the power button, super easy. And what does this say? Is this like another? No, this is just like turn it on, turn it off. Easy enough.
Here.
Turn that sucker on. Turn it on.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, wow. There it is.
Wow.
Cool.
How's
that looks fine. I mean,
you're not in the shot. Now it's in the shot.
It's super bright against that camera.
Very bright.
Like, we may have to put it way, way behind us. Yeah. So we
comment about it. I like that.
Yeah, we'll have to just put it on the bar top.
Might go back here.
Yeah, but we're not going to mess with it right now. Actually, I'm going to turn it off because it's really, really bright. And,
Wow, that's pretty rad. Thanks, YouTube.
Yeah.
And thanks all of you for watching the show.
Oh, it's sensitive. Like I just hold my finger on it and it gets strong.
Oh,
and then it goes down.
So yeah, dimmer down.
Dim down. That's the dimmest.
There it is.
Well, there you have it.
Hey, man.
That works.
High five.
Hashtag
YouTube high five.
All right. Well, there you go.
us.
So there you go.
Official.
Everyone's like, get to the Knob Creek review.
Hey,
What
we're
the
here
hell?
for the whiskey.
Like, I wasn't here to. I don't know. I was just
Okay.
searching for this Knob Creek review, and these two guys are talking about this crap, this free stuff that YouTube sends them. I'm like, well,
Well, we gotta shill a little bit for YouTube.
you're just gonna have
They
to
shill
deal
for
with
us.
it. Just gonna have to deal.
So
with
we
it.
are talking ye old Knob Creek, or just Knob Creek for those enthusiasts out there. And we did this. We started this a couple of weeks ago. We wanted to get into Knob Creek. We wanted to talk to you guys about it. And so as we continue this journey, we're going to jump into Knob Creek 12 this evening. Just kind of reiterating where it comes from. Knob Creek was created, what, in 1991?
Yeah, so it was a fairly new brand, which I did not know that. I thought it's like was around for way, way longer than what we originally read.
Put out by the Beam family, right?
Yeah, Jim Beam product. And this falls in line with a couple of their offerings that we talked about. So they have I think we pretty much have the lineup here now. The 9-year single barrels, the 7-year rise, the single barrel selects. I don't have reserve single barrels, but then we do have, and we don't have smoked maple, but we do have the 15-year making a special appearance and the 12-year. Oh, that was a great
Quite
pop.
the pop.
That was a wonderful pop. Uncle P, how's it going, man? He said congratulations in the
Thanks,
chat.
Uncle
I totally missed
Punky.
that. So
Miss you already.
yeah, thanks for joining us. And yeah, there you go.
Well, let's read a little bit outside of the bottle here. So this is the Knob Creek 12-year Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, coming in at 100 proof, 50% alcohol by volume. Aged 12 years, crafted for quality and full flavor out of Claremont, Kentucky. And just as a reminder, that doesn't mean everything in this bottle is exactly 12 years. It means it's not less than 12 years. So it could be some older juice in here, but nothing less than 12 years.
Yeah, and talking a little bit about price. So I picked this up today, and I paid a premium at this liquor store that I went to because they charge a little bit more than the average Joe. So Total Wine charges $63.99 for this bottle.
That's not
I
terrible.
paid $68.99 at the place I was at.
That's
today.
also not terrible. Did you go to the local?
I went to Lee's.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
disclose. I don't care.
That's a local Vegas.
But yeah, and it's strange because sometimes they have better deals on stuff than Total Wine and vice versa. And man, I'm really getting the nose on this from
I was just going to say, it's the aroma.
Wow.
The nose is wafting up to greet you out of the bottle. Great pop out of this bottle. A really surprising nose. Very nutty.
I'm going to say, I think this is going to be one of those nutty bombs where it's like vanilla caramel.
Very nutty.
Nuttiness. Yeah.
And then I'm also getting dust. I'm getting some, not rancio, but dust. Like old school, like when you walk into an old place and you can smell the age of dust. Like it's kind of dusty, like dirty, like dirt dust.
Yeah.
Not dust bunny dust.
All good, Punky. I actually didn't have the show last week. It was BJ and he did tequila, so you didn't miss out. So don't fret on that. But thank you.
I believe you were having what dinner did you have? Oh yeah, you had steak. You had some steak and potatoes.
Oh, very good. I want to get into this here.
Yeah.
Wow, that's just like you say. Cheers here.
Oh, but
and look at the legs on that too. That is like really
there's some oil that's coming out of
viscous.
this right? And then this has some oils that have obviously traversed some of the barrels that this has been
That
sitting
is thick. That is a thick boy. I know you guys can't see him from here, but man, this is just
in. I'm going to tell you right now,
syrupy.
this is one of the better noses that I've had on a bourbon whiskey in a long time.
Wow.
And I'm going to call out walnut is really the
Yes.
nut. And here's why I say this.
Yes. No, I think you hit the nail on the head.
Fudge brownie. When you got a walnut fudge brownie, I can smell the chocolate, the fudge, the baked walnut. There's a breadiness.
I get all that element that you're saying.
There's also some baked fruits or some stewed fruit even in this. This is one of the most pleasant whiskey noses I've had in a long time.
And here's what's crazy. It's 100 proof. So this is a 50%er.
Not bottled in bond.
Not bottled in bond.
Just 50%.
And we've been drinking some of the 120 proofers. And to have something that I think that holds up to those, and this is 50%, is surprising.
Wow. Cheers. Let's
Super
get into
sweet.
this.
Yeah. Super, super sweet on this.
You may have found a Knob Creek I like.
This could be it.
This might be the one.
And I haven't. I don't know that I've had this one either before. So this, I don't recall ever having
the
this.
magical
12
year.
could be the magic year. So we'll see. Cheers, friends.
Huh. Okay. Not a bad but an intriguing because I feel like the nose is very, very strong. It's very definitive. And then that first sip does not hit you with the same level of this is who I am. I feel like the nose is like, this is who I am. This is what I am. And that first sip, I feel like did not blow through the doors the same way. But kind of in a good way. I like where it sits. I like that it's not
creamy.
Aggressive.
It's creamy.
It does have a creamy mouthfeel.
Very creamy. I don't get a lot of that peanut doesn't come through, but the caramel and vanilla does, and the oak. I get oak.
I was just gonna say, it is sweet.
Sweet oak.
It's got a nice sweet finish. The finish is not long. It's very fast.
It is fast, but it does linger. I know that's kind of contradicting there. But I'm sort of getting a Kentucky hug.
I was just going to say for 50%, I think this is the lightest 50%. It does not drink aggressive.
Man.
It doesn't drink like 50%.
This is a nice sipper. So nothing against this in my book here.
I will tell you, it does have the characteristic of Knob Creek, in my opinion, that charcoal, acrid, astringent characteristic.
Okay.
Right. I think that, but we talked about, well, I don't think you were around. We were talking about this the other day in the office about how good whiskeys have characteristics, right? That you can pick out. Perfect example, the one we were talking about, Jack Daniels. You always know Jack Daniels because you got the smell of vanilla and you got the taste of roasted peanuts. And I think one of the things that Knob Creek is you've got this acrid, charcoaly back end, but it's there briefly. It's there enough to know that, hey, that's Knob Creek.
I think that's like the char. I bet that's like the barrel char that is coming out in a way that you're just not a fan of. Because I think that's what's your snag and your hang up on all of Knob Creek.
100%. That is 100% the characteristic that hangs me up on not just Knob Creek, but even Jim Beam Juice. That's really the hang up I have. It's really light in this iteration. I like this. I'm going to be very, very upfront.
Wow.
I'm not going to hold anything back on this. I've had several sips now, and I will tell you, I like this. The stewed fruit characteristic, I think, is very prevalent. The chocolate is not there. The sweet caramel is there. The nice vanilla notes are there.
Totally agree with you. I think it's caramel, vanilla. And the thing is, it's not too complex because I think we're riding the same lines of like flavor profile. I think both of us are saying the same things on this one, which usually we have like a lot of differences, I think, with some of the stuff that we have. So my guess is that with Knob Creek, they're like staying safe. They know what works. They have this creaminess, great nose, a little bit of dustiness, like, dusty room, old barn, whatever. And then you just get this very pleasant creaminess, but it does. Good. I think there's still a spice and a heat that isn't amazing. Like there's enough oak there where I'm kind of like, Okay. But here's another thing. Like, I don't see this out in the wild that often. And what I mean by that is like at bars, I don't really see the 12 year. Do you see it a lot out there?
No, I don't. I don't see this very often. In fact, I don't know that I've ever seen it outside of just a regular liquor store. I'm kind of blown away. I'm going to be honest. I be prepared for the blown away.
Yeah.
I am blown away how much I enjoy this. I am shocked. It's like, yeah, I dig this. That's all I can say. I'm blown away. I dig this. I think it's delightful. Cheers to everyone. Wow. Wait till we get into some scores. I think we should probably do that.
Yeah. So, I mean, one thing I'm going to kind of shit on right now, Knob Creek, your website is terrible. So, I love just doing this. Let me share out the screen here. Yeah. So let me make sure. Can you guys see that? I think you guys should be able to see that.
Yeah, they can see that.
So you click on their whiskeys and it just gives you this like random running list of everything. And you're like, okay, well, whatever. But here, it's not really organized that well. It's all kind of all over the place. And then you're like, okay, 12-year bourbon whiskey, Knob Creek 12, full proof for full flavor and honest pre-prohibition style bourbon. Learn more. You click on learn more and it repeats itself. And it says find a retailer or buy online. And then it goes into reviews. There is zero story behind it. There is zero method to the madness that every other distiller has. And I'm like, Knob Creek, get with the program, man. Like, put a little story here of like how you guys came up with the idea.
Yeah.
Where did this come from? What was the thought process behind it? I know you guys are watching, and it just goes right into a bunch of jamokes reviewing.
They are now that we've got this great sign.
Yeah, but it's like, come on, tell me a little bit more than a one-liner, and then I have to go like digging all around the internet for stuff. Like, it's kind of BS. Would you agree?
Yeah, just looking at it there. I mean, I get it from a simplicity and clarity, but
add a little bit more, even if it was like a paragraph. Oh, hey,
most people jump into
fuckers,
that. Like,
we found this idea one day, and
Fred decided that exactly. We needed something with a little more full body and sweet flavor. So one day it hit him. We're gonna do this. Sorry, Fred No was probably a bad pick out.
But and let me read some of the.
So I don't sound like a full idiot.
Most helpful reviews. I don't even know how these are sorted. What does that even mean? Like, what does that mean? Most helpful, because you can't click on it to vote for it. So who's saying that it's most helpful?
Fan favorite.
Like,
what bourbon tastes like? 4 out of 5 bottles.
This is a close friend only bourbon, and only those close friends who can appreciate it. Like my buddy Ron. Shout out to Ron.
Hey, Ron.
You don't need to say anything. It just makes you think. Thank you, Knob Creek, for making this for us. Submitted by Foghorn on a Pond from the great state of Alaska 2 years ago. Next, fan favorite, incredibly satisfying, deep caramel color with a perfect balance of oak, spice, and heat. It's not the easiest to find on store shelves, but it's worth the effort. Recommendation is drink neat or create the perfect old-fashioned. It's old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned.
Steve Bourbon from Fredericksburg, Virginia. I don't want to read all these, but a must-have, age-stated and full of flavor. One of my personal favorites. I always pick this up wherever I see it. A fantastic sipper to share with family and friends. Cheers. Submitted by the KYBWS.com from Union, Kentucky. That sounds like the Kentucky bourbon something.
Whiskey.
Let's see. Let's go to it. Bourbon whiskey shillers. They're the Kentucky Brown Water Society. We were way off. Shout out.
Almost a better name, actually.
Actually, yeah. I think that's a name I can way more respect.
All right.
Hold on really quick, because this guy is all caps. So obviously it means,
wait, can I read
control
it
for cool.
I enjoy this whiskey.
Okay.
Neat while I'm grilling out on my patio. It pairs perfectly with red meats and seafood. It is a crowd pleaser we've all been looking for. That's not good to burn a hole in your wallet. Cheers, friends.
Adam the bartender.
From
Parrish, Florida.
All right.
All right.
Chill out.
So
Adam, the
Knob Creek, get with the program and let's fix your website.
But
a
hey,
little bit.
nice interaction and engagement with your fans. That's cool.
I agree. Mrs. A says Barrel Buds should submit a review for that site. We should submit one. Absolutely, we should submit something.
Something more than 2 years ago.
Yeah, and I keep going back to it here.
All right, so I'm going to jump in my score.
$60 ish, 60 to 70.
All right,
12-year 100 proof Knob Creek. Wow, I don't know. You've polished it off already.
Oh yeah, I was happy.
Wow. Let's get into it.
I'm going to get into it. Our nose, a great nose. Great nose. I love that brownie.
3 on the nose for me.
That brownie, yeah, 300%.
When you open that bottle, I was like, woo!
Just came wafting up. I like the dustiness that was wafting up out of the bottle, out of the glass when you get your nose in it.
Too. It's
sweet brownie batter.
Yeah,
loving it. Right? That's a 3.
Same.
Palate, taste.
You really hit the nail on the head with that brownie batter.
Thank you.
Walnut brownie. Like I'm thinking like a carnival.
Yeah.
Cedar Point brownie. Like you go on the.
Can't say I had one.
Oh man. It's perfect.
But that's what I'd imagine it would be like.
That's it. Even Disneyland.
Sure.
Disneyland brownie from some little bakery you walk up to, all those stores,
and
walking down Main
be
Street.
Like sweet and all over your mouth.
Yes.
It's going to be like dripping down your fingers. Yes. Okay. Taste.
Yeah.
The stewed fruit, the delicateness. I think that for 50%, it wasn't all up in my face. I think it was treated really well as from an ethanol standpoint. This is definitely something that for my whiskey connoisseurs, the people who are just getting into whiskey that want to step it up and do something that's a little fancy, I would definitely pour them one of these and not feel sad or scared about that. I'm going to give this a 3. I know that's shocking because I don't like Knob Creek.
I know
this is a Knob Creek I like. I think that I would have this any day of the week. I'm actually really surprised about how much I like it. I'm even gonna go blown away on that and say 4 because of how much I like it. The mouthfeel, wow, full bodied without being heavy. They call it a pre-prohibition style, but I've had pre-prohibition style that I think tastes like acetone. This is not even. This is a finely and refined bourbon.
I would agree.
I'm gonna go blown away and say that's a 4.
Yeah.
Price point. I'm shocked that you can get
a 12-year product.
A 12-year
70.
Product. Yeah,
60 to 70.
Let's call it $70, right?
After tax.
Bucks.
Yeah.
Let's call it $70.
Yeah.
Would I put this up against
the
11-year barrel proof that I just drank prior to this?
Do you want to disclose? We can disclose the name.
I had an Elijah Craig 11-year barrel proof that I thought was better.
Okay.
It's different because it's barrel proof, right? This is blended.
Yeah.
Right? Do I think that when I think about value, am I going to jump at this for that price?
Well, those Elijah Craigs now are like $100.
I know they've really stepped
that up. It's insane.
But I'd rather spend my money towards something that's a little better, a little more like that. And that's where the only place where I'm going to ding this, and I am going to drop my value score down on this to a 2.5.
Okay.
So I'm not going to totally spit in the eye.
That's
but it's
fair.
Not a perfect value.
Yeah. Okay.
That puts me at a 95 out of 100, a 9.5 out of 10. I think that's a solid pickup. I think that if you saw a
what was it again? You really blasted through that. What was your final?
My final is a 9.5 out of 10.
Holy wow.
No, and I've given some really low scores recently.
You have.
I've been hard to please.
I'm about time.
I've been hard to please, and I find that this bourbon pleases me. This is very pleasing. I know what I like, and I know what I don't like, and I go back to the things I like. Bull Run, I like. Elijah Craig, I like. Mellow Corn, I like. Old Granddad, I like. Knob Creek 12, I like. I will put that in the I like it category. So yeah, I'm going to go 9.5 out of 10. I think this is a solid pickup. I think you should get it. I'm going to actually list it in my go-getter category. Knob Creek 12. It's a go-getter.
I want to follow up with, it makes me wonder how readily available it is in other areas, because I think this sits on the shelf here because it's kind of undiscovered. I don't know that many people know about it.
Could be.
And there is a lot of Knob Creek offerings. I'm not saying that the brand has like a saturation, but there's a lot of choices out there. There's store picks, there's barrel picks, there's all of these offerings you see in front of us. You got the Rise, the 9 years, the single barrel selects, the 120 proofers, the 100 proofers. Like there's a lot of it out there, and sometimes buyers kind of get that, not frustration but fatigue, brand fatigue.
You want to go
like
saturation even?
Yeah, brand saturation where you're like, well, I'm new to whiskey. I really don't know which one to get. I guess I'll just get the cheap one. And like they don't really know, right? And they just get the 9 year or the single barrel selects. Oh, it's 120 proof. Like some shopkeep is like, get the 120 proof because you're gonna get slammed a lot quicker. And you're like, guy, come on now. So anyway,
but you gotta enjoy it. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not a 23-year-old college kid. I'm not a 19-year-old college kid. I don't care. Listen, if I want to get slammed, I'm gonna drink Mad Dog.
Well, yeah. I got these White Claw Surges, by the way, and they're 8%ers.
Oh God.
I had like one the other night. I was like, I had two of them.
If I'm at this point, if I'm gonna spend this kind of money, I'm gonna drink to enjoy it. And getting slammed at this point is just gonna be a bonus.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Being honest,
I don't know. Like again, and like some of those guys in the reviews, like one of the guys was like, "Oh, if you can find it." So maybe out here on the West Coast, it's readily available. I suggest that you go out to your liquor store. This is definitely, I think, a liquor store find. I don't think you're going to find this at a convenience store.
I've never seen it like your grocer. I've not seen this at.
Yeah, I haven't seen it at a grocer either. So I wouldn't go to your grocery store. But hey, it's a blue Knob Creek label. It's really easy to identify. Yeah. It's the only blue label in their series, 12-year. I
was just going to look to see if I could
keep an eye out for
a bottle date.
Oh yeah, are there any stats on the bottle that we've missed? And then Mrs. A's question, how does it compare to Blanton's? That's interesting because I think you get a lot of sweetness out of Blanton's. And that's what, 90 proof Blanton's is 90 or 95? Something, right?
I think that's a good question. Could we get your score and then I'd be willing to answer that question?
Yeah.
Can we get to your score and then I'd like to answer that question? I think we should answer that question.
Yeah, 93 proof for Blanton's. Okay. So I'm going to pretty much fall in line with a lot of your categories. Up the nose easily is a 3. Like the second you open that bottle, I did not expect that like waft of sweetness, the nuttiness, that fudginess, caramel, vanilla. Taste, I'm giving it a 2. Where I enjoyed the creaminess and a lot of the nose carried over, the nuttiness didn't carry over for me a lot. There is an oakiness, that acridness that you get, that where I'm being super particular on this, where I enjoyed it, but I've had sweeter whiskeys that have less oak forward flavors. So that's why I'm giving it a 2, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Is this the same one or is this different?
No, it's the same one. I'm just giving you a little touch to go back to.
I do like the refresher, actually. That helps. But yeah, I'm right. I'm absolutely right. Like there's a little bit of a punch, but there is so many good things that you can overlook it. And it's very pleasant. So right there, that gives me the 3 on the nose, 2 on the taste. On the value, it gets a 3. I mean, guys, this is a 60 to 70, 12-year-old. Yeah, it's 100 proof, but who cares? Like, you're not finding this. And what have we always taught you guys? Usually $10
per year.
Per year is the average, the running average for a bottle price.
Sure.
I think and I don't want to get on a soapbox here, but the whiskeys jumped the shark. We're over the hump with the whiskey fad. And the reason I say they jumped the shark is because they've just gotten hyper aggressive with their pricing. Like whiskey was always supposed to be and always meant to be like that everyman's. Everybody can attain it. Everybody can get it. It's affordable for everybody. Before all these like D-bags in the secondary market came about, I mean, you could pick up stuff for like very reasonably priced. Everything pretty much was under $150. Now, some stuff is just outlandishly, disgustingly overpriced. And there's so many non-distilling producers out there still that think they can just get some MGP juice, blend it around in a barrel, age it with some stupid backstory, or that they know I've reopened a distillery from the long lost cousins of the whoever tribe or whatever family. And they know whiskey. And we found this recipe hiding in the chimney that was hidden behind bricks for 50 years. And you're
for
just
good reason.
You're like, guys, all these stories are stupid. Like, stop. Like, everybody's over it.
Somebody couldn't commit to just burning it, so they hid it in the chimney and hoped maybe the fire would creep its way up there and do it for them.
We need to bring whiskey back to being affordable. Bring whiskey back to being affordable. I need to put that on a hat. Make whiskey affordable again. Make that's like my new thing. Make whiskey affordable again. With that being said, I'm going to still give the value a 3. So that's 3 plus 6. That gives me an 8. Am I blown away? Yes, I'm blown away. I'm giving it an extra 1. I don't give that one often.
You don't.
So I am taking this up to a 90 overall score.
Very nice.
9 out of 10, 90. And you were what, 9.5?
I said 9.5.
I like where that's falling. I think
Yeah,
that makes
tasty.
sense. Make whiskey affordable again. I love that. And that's great because it's going to segue into our news segment.
Wow.
So there you go. So I think that's our
Wow.
Knob Creek 12 review. So cheers on the last little taste. Let us know in the chat or leave a comment with what you guys are drinking tonight while you're watching this or rewatching it. Let us know. We're always curious. I always like hearing people like, oh, I'm Joe Schmo from Pennsylvania and I'm drinking like Amish cherry bounce or something, or I don't know. I'm sure they make cherry bounce in Pennsylvania.
Let's
Uncle
hope
P,
so.
Please confirm this.
All right, you want to get me some news stories? I feel
I
ready to go tilted.
have. Can I just start with my? Actually, I'm going to go into a fun story that's laughable.
Okay.
Then I'll go into my tilted story because
Let's do it.
I feel like we're drinking a good whiskey. I don't want to get angry
Let's
and tilted.
Do it.
So here we go. I'm not going to share it, but our friends at the NewYorkPost.com, August 21st. Drum roll. Peanut butter whiskey brand pulled off of shelves for an urgent allergy recall.
No, okay, what?
So for those that know Screwball whiskey,
Terrible. Let's just get that out there in the open first and foremost. Terrible. Hardly a whiskey. Okay.
So apparently it was pulled off the shelves
For nut allergies?
in not for. I know it sounds obvious, but it's not. You ready for this?
What?
Apparently in Australia and New Zealand, they did some investigation, like the food standards of Australia and New Zealand are more stringent than the FDA, go figure. And they found the presence of sesame in Screwball. And apparently 1 out of every 250 Australian children have a allergy to sesame. And I wouldn't even say, I would say even adults.
All these children drinking Screwball.
I was going to say, I don't know what kids are drinking Screwball, but
PB&J shots, baby.
It's just interesting that they have to do a recall on booze. I never would have thought.
Can you imagine taking Welch's? All I thought about now is taking Welch's vodka infusions with a shot of Screwball for a PB&J shot.
I don't know.
Shot Show 2.0. Here we come.
Please, everyone, remind us for Shot Show 2.0, which we will have one of these days.
Okay, that's weird.
But yeah, so Screwball has sesame in it, and I'm sure that's out there in the United States market.
They're trying to get that umami flavor profile.
They probably are. No, you're absolutely right. It probably gives you that nuttiness that you just can't add.
All right, so Screwball,
peanut.
let me help you. We're going to fix this.
Yeah.
Get rid of the sesame and just go straight MSG. Fixed.
There you go. That's how you get your umami-ness
fixed.
And you're leaving people get like addicted to it. They're like, give me more.
Give me more Screwball.
I need
so
more.
Good. All right, what else you got for me?
So I have my tilted news and then one chill. This was brought to my attention courtesy of the Facebook Las Vegas Whiskey Drinkers and Collectors Group.
Thank you.
And it's really upsetting.
Oh God,
I hate these. It's another celebrity whiskey that has been revealed.
Oh
and
no!
Beyonce enters the luxury liquor business with the launch of a new whiskey dubbed Sir Davis in collaboration with Hennessy.
Actually, I'm okay with this.
This
is perfect.
I love this. Yeah. So apparently, she says Davis is in my bones. I debate that she's ever tried this.
That's weird. But
So come to find out, as Moet Hennessy expands into the American whiskey market, Sir Davis serves to honor Beyonce's heritage. Sir Davis is the name for Davis Hogue, Beyonce's great grandfather, who stashed whiskey bottles as a farmer during Prohibition in the South. Another story.
Well,
like
here's
I
a
talked
story
about
that we
before.
talked about earlier.
When I discovered that Beyonce says, when I discovered that my great grandfather has been a moonshine man, it felt like my love for whiskey was fated. Sir Davis is a way for me to pay homage to him, uniting us through a shared legacy. So here's what she did.
Fated or faded?
I see what you did there.
Uh,
So here's the thing. It's MGP juice.
oh,
It's an NDP. She submitted it, or her team submitted it as Hoag's something and didn't call it anything with Beyonce in the name, because obviously judges will rate it accordingly.
Correct.
And apparently the judges raved about it when it was
Okay.
called like Hoag's Distillery something. So it's MGP juice, and it's a 51% rye, 49% malted barley. And then it's matured in sherry casks. Go figure.
Equally interesting. Okay.
It's retailing for $90 a bottle.
Cool. Okay.
No age statement.
Cool.
So it is probably a young dirt water 2 to 4 year juice.
And it's going to fly off the shelves.
Do you think so?
100%.
Or do you think it's gone in a year?
Nope. I say Queen Bee, listen, she does not get behind anything that's going to truly fail. I think that her fans are going to get behind that.
Man.
I think that it's going to this is the next Hypnotic, man.
God, that just drives
You're
me
going to
nuts.
see it in the clubs. It's going to be a thing.
So it was funny because
You're
Aaron
not buying bottles of this. You're buying shots of this.
Aaron at Smoke Wagon commented that he's like, oh, that's why like somebody was looking for like that blend of barrels that he was trying to get a hold of some and do some stuff with. And I guess Sir Davis came in and cleaned out all of MGP's blend, this rye forward blend, this 51% rye. So high rye. I guess, is that high rye?
That would be high rye.
I guess that would mean it's a high rye.
51%.
So
49% malted barley.
I'm morbidly curious. I will not buy a bottle at $90. That is asinine.
It's going to be successful. I'm telling you, it's going to be successful.
Let me show. I might as well
because
show.
it doesn't need to be successful in the American market. I guarantee you, it's going to be successful in the European market.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%. Moët is not going to get behind something that's again going to be super failure. I think it's risky. I think it's risky for sure. But yeah, look at that. That's a gorgeous bottle. It's going to
it's a rip off of Blanton's. Let me share it.
It's
going to
be
the crew
sitting up on the back bar. People are going to see it.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, this is going to be
award-winning American whiskey founded by Beyonce Knowles Carter and crafted in partnership with Moet Hennessy, and 5 times international whiskey competition master distiller Dr. Bill Lumsden.
I'm telling you, this is going to be very successful.
It's 44%, 88 proof.
That's even more reason why.
Yikes.
It's very drinkable.
Color, copper, aroma, tangy Seville oranges mingle with sun-kissed raisins with the sizzling spice of clove, cinnamon, and ginger, with the luxurious notes of demerara sugar and toffee.
That sounds awful.
The taste is rich and buttery toffee, followed by an array of spices with cinnamon, clove, and classic rye up front, followed by soft, malty, biscuity notes intertwined with a vibrant citrus top note.
I'm going to be honest. It sounds terrible. When those descriptors sound awful.
Finish, hints of honey encountered with a soft, lingering finish reminiscent of plump sultanas and ripe cherries.
It's going to be very, very successful. And there will be so many cocktails that come out of this.
Oh,
this is going to be a club.
They already have, I'm sure it will. They already have our cocktails. They do the honeybee, Texas Buckin, Davis Old Fashioned, Sir Davis Sour. It's a bunch of common drink. All right, I'm done with this.
This is good. I know it's got you tilted.
Punky said it was a black screen. All right, you go to Sir Davis. You guys can look it up.
It's going to be very popular.
I will hold you to that, and we will look it up in the next couple of months and see where it has in sales.
Very popular.
I think again, all these celebrities. Think about it. Everybody's trying to do this Clooney money grab like you did with Casamigos, and I don't know that it's I don't know that it's repeatable. I mean, I think one of the biggest ones was like Bryan Cranston and Aaron, what's his face, doing Dos Hombres. I think they're
Yeah.
onto something with the tequila. I think that's
Sure.
picked up quite a bit. But then you have now you even have what is it? Who's the Burt Kreischer? Now they're doing something. They're doing like a vodka.
Oh, they're doing a vodka,
called Dos Osos, like Two Bears
Dos
or something.
Osos.
And you're just like, guys, I get it. I know there's huge margins on this, and a lot of your fans will buy it, but
that's kind of
really,
thing,
is this a money grab?
You're gonna
is
buy
this like
once,
a legitimate product?
So you could be like, oh, I got one.
Yeah.
But is it going to be the kind of thing that you're going to constantly go back and be like, I only drink Dos Osos? No. Is it going to be a well at some bar? Maybe for some novelty. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's some enforcements that are done out there too. Like, oh, well, you got to serve this at this club if you want these guys to perform or something. I'm sure.
Or tonight during their performance, hey, all of the cocktails being served tonight are served with Dos Osos.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Something like
tonight,
that.
it's all Sir Watson.
Sir Davis.
Sir Watson.
Sir Davis.
Yeah. What's our third news story?
All right. So we're off the rails there. And you know what? I have an inkling that Beyonce hasn't even tasted this whiskey. To be honest.
See, I would argue that. I would say she probably has.
Sure. Well, all right. Anyway. Glenmorangie releases from Whiskey Advocate, our friends at whiskeyadvocate.com. It's a gorgeous box. Let me see if I can actually share this and get to a kind of cool story. Uncle P, please let us know if you can see this. This Glenmorangie. That is a beautiful box, right?
Wow.
So there are 3 ultra-aged cask finished whiskeys. So the oldest expression at 29 years old is a Margaux wine cask finish, distilled in 95.
Wow.
Matured in bourbon until 2004, then refilled into more Margaux casks for more than 20 years. The longest Glenmorangie wine cask finish ever released.
Wow.
It's packaged in that pack.
That box is what's beautiful.
And it looks like they're also doing a 28-year-old Corton Charlemagne finish, which is a white wine finish. Distilled in 95, aged in bourbon barrels until 2005, and then refilled into Grand Cru white burgundy casks.
Okay.
Then a Barbaresco finished 27-year-old malted single malt, distilled in 96, matured in bourbon casks until 2005, then transferred into Italian red wine casks from Piedmont.
Wow.
So pretty wild that you get the 27-year-old Barbaresco, a 28-year-old Corton Charlemagne, and a 29-year-old Margaux.
Those are some old age statements.
600 sets will be available from Moet Hennessy.
And how much?
$9,900 per set.
No, thank you.
Woo! And it'll be available at the Glenmorangie's Terminal 2 boutique in the London's Heathrow Airport, select retail outlets, and the Distillery Visitors Center starting in October.
I mean, I want just the box. I think the box is what's...
It's beautiful.
That's a beautiful hand
carved,
or it looks like hand-laid wooden box.
All right, Uncle P said he was getting black screen again, so we're not going to share. I don't know what that's going on.
Too bad.
You got it?
Oh,
Mrs. Hayes got it, Uncle P, so I don't know what's going on over there, man. So there you have it. That's whiskey news.
Okay.
And we're going to continue next week with Knob Creek. We have the big dog, the big wooden box in the middle there, the 15.
I'm excited about this.
So I think
especially
so far,
after this, I'm very interested.
I was pleasantly surprised with the 12-year, and I'm actually very glad. I was a little worried and discouraged that I had to buy that bottle. I was like, we're not going to like this, and I'm going to be sitting on that stupid bottle.
I think that this could be something I'd be very happy to pour
could go to it.
I could go to it. One thing that's been itching in the back of my head that I really wanted to get out there before we close out the show.
Yeah. What do you got?
That guy that said this was a good option for an old fashioned. I will fight you. I think that is wrong.
I agree. I totally agree.
This is way too soft, and I think it's way too complex to be in an old fashioned. Use a benchmark. Speaking of, on the cruise.
Oh, what was going on the cruise?
There was a bar on the cruise
that
had benchmark on the bar. Not in the well.
Cheap.
On the bar.
Like fair, decently priced.
$12.
Not bad.
$12 for benchmark.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Benchmark 8.
Yeah, I'm sure you could tip out one of those
$7.
bartenders and get a heavy pour every time for 12. So
why would you want to?
some people like Benchmark, man.
Gross.
What was your alternatives? What were you drinking the whole week? Any
So
booze-wise?
booze-wise, my choices were my pretty typical go-tos, which is always Chivas Rocks.
Wow, I didn't know that was your go-to. One
On
of
the
your
cruise,
go-tos.
every time I'm on a boat, give me Chivas Rocks. They had Buffalo Trace.
Hank, what's going on, man?
What's up, Hank McGurk? Yeah, Buffalo Trace. But I didn't drink a lot of that. I think I might have drank that one night. But there
Not a
was
huge
one
fan.
bar.
Yeah.
There was one bar.
Yep.
The steakhouse bar had Blanton's.
Oh,
and it was on the drink package. So
oh boy,
15 drinks a day. Just keep pouring that Blanton.
Might as well.
There you go.
Get some of the horse in you, Mr. Hands. So anyway, I think that wraps it up. So we're gonna go Knob Creek 15 next week. Yeah. And then we'll kind of play it by ear. We'll talk next week about what we got coming up on deck. And then any parting words? You got anything for the crew?
Nothing other than don't forget to follow us on Instagram at The Barrel Buds. Like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. It really helps us out. If you give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below for the algorithm gods. And if you've already done all of those things, then go ahead and click that share and share it to a friend or family member, or heck, just some random phone number that is just send it to somebody and hope that they watch our show.
Even a comment helps. Just be like, hey, drinking such and such tonight. Just
look, we're getting recognized by YouTube.
Swag.
So
our neon swag.
It's working.
So
it's all working. So thank you. Thanks goes out to you. But by doing all of those things, liking, subscribing, clicking the notification bell, giving us a thumbs up, and sharing with your friends.
Hank's having a Kona Big Wave, by the way. Good choice.
Nice choice.
We like that Kona Big Wave. Kona in general, solid. Is it Maui Brewing?
That is no,
it's not.
That's Kona Brewing.
Kona Brewing. Oh, geez, I had no idea. And are they still out there in Hawaii?
Yes,
obviously, right? They're in Kailua Kona.
Yes.
All right, I did not know that. Oh yeah, they have the brewery and pub Aloha. What a cool spot! I'd like to go check that out. Look at that Kona Brewing. All right, we're off the rails. Everybody have a great night. For the Barrel Buddies, I'm Jimmy.
And I'm BJ. We'll see you next week.
Oh, it was on sale, by the way. He says, lots of ads tonight. Uncle P's bitching and moaning. All right, Uncle P, we'll fix that. We'll find. I don't know. Actually, it shouldn't be doing that.
We turned
and then 2-for-1 6-packs. He bought the tall boys to see if he'd like them. All right, Hank, we'll talk next week.
The Mai Tai Light by Kona.
What is that?
Kona Mai Tai Light is a pineapple and orange light lager.
And it's solid.
It's amazing.
Oh, wow. Good to know. We'll talk about it next week. So, all right, guys, we'll see you. Have a good week.
Bye-bye.
Later.